Hey everybody, welcome back to Coffee
Sometimes tea.
with Jen and Marcelo.
Marcelo.
So we're going to continue on today with our advanced class in...
This one's going to be investment portfolio construction. All right, so ChatGPT gave me a whole gobbledygook of stuff, and I redid it to make it more simple for you to understand. Some of you may know how to do investments, allergies today. So investment portfolio construction is about creating a collection of investments that can help you achieve your financial goals while managing the level of risk that you're comfortable with. Okay, so we're going to go into some examples here for you. And how many do we have today? If it lets me scroll while we're waiting for it. If they're not already in schools, what should they do?
So we have a free community. It's called School. It's where we dive deep into all our software that we're using, how to use ChatGPT, and make you guys less scared of AI, guys.
Yeah, I mean, everything in our community, we are either using, it's primarily ChatGPT4. We do pay for it.
Until 5 comes out.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait. I'm so excited about when 5 comes out. I'm very interested in seeing how that's going to just game changer. And then we also use Copilot when we're building out some of our presentations for you. All right, so to dive in, here's some simple explanations for doing this. Define your financial goals. Okay, you're trying to save for retirement. You're buying a house in 5 years, or funding education.
Right.
So what would you do? How would you go about that? How would you stay on top of that? So you could use personal financial apps like Mint. Or You Need a Budget. I have actually tried both. I liked You Need a Budget, but then they made some changes.
Mint's okay.
And then, we
used Mint.
We did use Mint. And it did help get us on track. It showed us a couple of things. And it does do some outline.
Mint's the one that jacked us up.
It did. We
missed payments.
Yeah.
So be careful. Unless they updated it. But I'm just letting you guys know.
This was a few years ago. So again,
when Mint first came out.
When we did this, it was like hey, we gotta get on track. So we had spreadsheets and we did printouts and we kept folders of everything. But then there's that 1 or 2 accounts that were like, I feel like I'm missing something. We pulled the credit, and I still felt like we're missing something. And we did miss something, but we got it sorted. And that's why we're talking about it. And I'm glad that ChatGPT did put this in as an example, because you want to know everything. You want to use your credit and everything. Credit Karma is really good about that. And in our last segment, we talked about Quicken and QuickBooks. This can help you. Get everything into one location. And then if you, in some banks, you can do auto pay, but you still want to stay on top of it.
Yeah.
You want to know what you're doing for your financial goals. Okay. So moving on, determine your risk tolerance. We've talked about this before. Okay. So example, if you have stable income, you might tolerate more risk for a higher return.
Right.
If you're nearing your retirement, you might want to kind of taper that back, kind of go more conservative. So online risk tolerant questionnaires could help you from investment platforms like Vanguard or Betterment. I do like both. I've been on both. So check them out. Do your own research. If you're not quite sure, we're not financial advisors. We're not CPAs. We're not, super gurus in this. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of videos out there. But at the end of the day, go find somebody local to you that you can walk through the doors, if they have that anymore.
Yeah.
Or get on a Zoom call with them and ask your questions. And make sure you're furthering your education. And we're just trying to help point you in the right direction. Okay. Choose your investment types. Okay, so this we're familiar with. Mix of stocks, bonds, real estate. The younger you are, you have more time. And you also have more time in those risks to make some mistakes. But what we want you to do is hopefully not get those losses.
Right.
Yeah, it can really hurt you. And if you really go down the wrong path, it could hit your credit, and then that credit just it can ruin you. So again, follow us. If you're not already in the school group, join us. We're going to be having some live sessions. We'll bring in some people
experts too.
that can really deep dive and just really hit it home for you, and maybe give you some good points that you can start using now. Okay, software for choosing investment types. Morningstar Personal Capital can help you with asset allocations. I'm not quite familiar with these.
Me neither.
But in regards to this, again, I would talk to somebody. I know where I do my blend of things in stocks and things like that when I do investments. I like it. I like the apps like on the phone. I like Webull, I like Coinbase. I do a mixture of things. We have used them in, but I no longer use them in. Okay, diversify your investments. Instead of investing in a single stock or bond, spread it out. Various sectors, technology, healthcare. What kind are you going to invest in? Is it going to be a stock? Is it going to be a bond? Is it going to be here in the U.S. Or is it going to be on the other side of the world? So you have to decide. Are you going to be in ETFs? Like, what is it that you're going to go after? Are you going to be in commodities? Are you going to be in futures? There's a whole bunch of terminology out there. Go online, Investopedia, right?
Yeah.
That's a good place to go check out different terminologies, things like that. But again, do some research. We will be bringing people in that can really go further into this conversation with you and our community.
Right.
All right. So review, rebalance. We have been driving this home
like crazy.
Example, one part of your portfolio grows faster than the other. It might become a larger portion of your investment than you intended, which could increase your risk. Maybe you sell some of it off and then move it into a different bucket, maybe a more conservative bucket in your portfolio, especially in like 401k. I remember when I did my 401k, I'm high risk. I wanted to build it and I wanted to go after it. And I did. I got like 17% return. The person that comes in once a year says, okay, we want to go and talk about your returns and stuff. And he gets to mine and he's like, you have gone through the roof. And that's because I went after the technologies. And it was great. But then when things started to taper off, things started to go down.
Harder.
So it's like, and so it's like, okay, let's shift. And we did do that. We did a shift and it helped keep things balanced. And then you need to consider that, so softwares for that. Schwab is good. Fidelity is good. Like those. And then you got to stay on top of your taxes and costs. Higher trading fees can eat away at your returns. Some investments might be more tax efficient, like an IRA or a 401k. Again, talk to somebody, talk to CPA, talk to somebody in these, the Schwabs and
we're
stuff.
We're not tax people, guys, so.
I say get more than one opinion.
Yeah. Just don't be careful with TurboTax, man.
Yeah. I know that they put it on there. H&R Block has done us good over the years. I know some people that are like, not so much about that. But if you're like, I'm not for either one, go find yourself a local CPA, find yourself a good bookkeeper.
Correct.
We do have some in our group that might be more than happy to help you out. You have questions, you can talk to them. And then recapping, just look at your risk, look at what you're trying to go after, look how you're diversifying, and see what's best for you, for your plan. And then get to talk to somebody that can really map it out for you. Now, can we do that for you? Yeah, we could go through and we could deep dive into this entire section here. That could be a 2-day conversation. And at the end you would have worksheets and plans and the whole nine, but I don't think you need all of that. I think if you just really, again, define your goal, determine your risk, choose your types, diversify, review, rebalance, and then consider your taxes and fees. That's in it in a nutshell. So can you do this on your own? You can, but I always say get a second opinion, somebody that does this for a living, really have those questions. But you can always, ask your questions here in the community. If you're not already watching it from the community, join us. Click on the links below. Give us your thoughts and any questions. We'd love to see you there. So here's cheers to you, and thank you for joining us here at
Coffee.
Sometimes Tea.
Thanks, guys.